hello everyone, and thanks for taking a few minutes to watch this update. We have a lot of fun putting together these free video tutorials, and we've received some pretty good feedback on them. And that helps us to keep going and putting together more of them for you. Now, one thing that we always want to do is to stay current. Every year, there are rule changes in different sports. As public address announcers, we need to stay up to date on these because some will directly affect how we do our job. This update will cover soccer, both for high school and college matches. So let's take a look and see what's new for us. First, at the high school level, let's start with red cards. Starting in 2026, according to the NFHS, if a player is ejected for a second yellow card in the same match, the lead official will show a yellow card and then a red card. Additionally, the official must notify both coaches, the scorer, and other officials of the nature of that misconduct. Now that's where our preparation comes in. We would have had to have created some kind of communication with the scores table or those other officials to be able to accurately announce the red card and the reason for that accompanying ejection. Whether it be a walkie-talkie, a text message, or something else, doesn't really matter. We just need a way to get the appropriate information quickly and accurately, so it lets us inform the crowd of what was just called. Now, this could be in the form of a preseason meeting with your high school athletics director, or whoever would be on site as the game administrator. Or it could be a pregame meeting with the scores table and the game officials. Yep, this is a rare occurrence, but if you agree with Murphy's Law, if we don't prepare for it, it's going to happen. So yes, it's always best to be prepared. Now, another rule change affects goalkeepers. They now have 8 seconds to get rid of the ball, instead of 6 seconds. If the keeper holds the ball too long, a corner kick is now awarded to the other team. Your announcement may sound something like this: foul ruled against a Spartan keeper for holding the ball longer than 8 seconds. A corner kick has now been awarded to the Quakers. Now let's move over to the collegiate side and check out NCAA rule changes for 2026. The same rule applies for keepers as it does for high school. That new 8-second rule is now in place, and a corner kick is the violation. And your announcement will be the same as what it was for a high school match. Other rule changes involve video review. The referee can now initiate a video review at any time for timing issues or whether the ball crosses the end line. Again, this goes back to our preparation. We should create some kind of communication with the scores table. Now, at the college level, there may already be somebody at the table with communication to the press box to relay substitutions or live stats or something else. Again, arrange pregame to tap into that line of communication for a video review. Things like that a review was called by the referee, as well as what the review is looking for and what the result of that review was, are all information that we would need for an appropriate announcement. Some college facilities may have a microphone for the referee. If that's the case, after announcing that a review was called, we don't say anything else. Let the referee do the talking. Now, if there's no mic, then we should get that information so we can relay it to the crowd. Now, the same goes for a coach's challenge. Get that information from the table before saying anything on the mic. If a team is out of challenges, the referee can initiate one in the last 10 minutes of regulation or in overtime. Your announcement could sound something like this: the referee has initiated a video challenge now that we are in the last 10 minutes of regulation time. When you get information on what the challenge entails and the result, you can add that information to your next announcement. Also, the following plays are now reviewable, so just be aware: a foul prior to the score of a goal, a foul or offside prior to awarding of a penalty kick or a red card, for a denial of a goal scoring opportunity, and for an offsides prior to the scoring of a goal. Just be aware of that new list of things that could be reviewed in your next match. Just be prepared to add this information to your announcement about the challenge once it gets called up to you. Now, it sounds like you're part of a pretty professional game presentation if you're able to say this. The following sequence is under a video review because of a coach's challenge looking for an offsides prior to the goal being scored. Now, if that goal is disallowed or allowed to stand, fans will now know exactly what's going on. You were part of that team that gathered the information, related to the correct people, and communicated it accurately to the fans. Now, we could have played it safe and simply announced that the previous sequence is under a video review called by the coach or called by the referee. If we don't have a way to communicate with the field, that's all we say. But with that communication path created, everyone is now better informed of what's happening in the match. And isn't that what we're there for in the first place? I know for me, there's nothing worse than watching a game and not knowing what's going on. With a little prep work, we can avoid this situation for all the fans. So I hope this has been helpful for all of our soccer PA folks out there. Thanks for taking time to be a better PA announcer by watching this quick rules update. I hope this helps you better enjoy calling soccer matches this season and beyond. So until next time, I'm Tom Winicky, and I can't wait to hear you on the mic.